And we begin tonight with a story that you'll only see here on Fox. An employee with Child Protective Services is caught on camera telling a 14-year-old girl in foster care to become a prostitute.
That's right, and this girl is one of hundreds of kids in CPS custody living in hotels all over the state. Fox 26's Randy Wallace live from Southwest Houston here with this story. Randy, the exclusive.
Yeah, Jonathan. Now, earlier this year, a federal judge scorned Child Protective Services for making kids available for prostitution in the CPS system. Now we have a case where an employee with that state agency is actually encouraging prostitution of a 14-year-old child.
You're gonna be a hoe, be a real hoe.
Wouldn't they remove a child from a parent that told their child to be a prostitute?
They should. And they would.
Keisha Bazley has 9 kids. She turned to Child Protective Services to help her with her 14-year-old daughter, who she says was running away and causing trouble at school.
My daughter told me that the worker had been telling her that she should do these things. So she said she decided to video her.
You don't get something to eat, please?
CPS is housing the girl at a hotel. She's one of dozens in Harris County. In the video, she tells the CPS employee she wants food. The CPS worker tells her to be a prostitute. I mean, she was basically encouraging a 14-year-old girl to become a prostitute.
And giving her an incentive to do so, and almost a threat of not having her needs being met if she didn't do what this woman very explicitly told her to do.
If me, the parent, was to do something like this to my child, I would be bashed. I would be called a horrible parent. I would lose my kids.
Get your tail to that room.
Bazley filed a formal complaint with CPS.
This should not happen to girls in their care. This should not happen. This is unacceptable.
Jamie Masters, the commissioner of CPS, came to Houston to personally apologize to Bazley and her daughter.
I've never seen that happen before, where a commissioner of CPS comes in from Austin just to apologize about something that's horrible that's been done to a child and a parent involved with CPS.
I do not believe that that was genuine. I really don't.
It's bad enough if it's one rogue caseworker.
Made like $1,500. How much money that gave her?
It concerns me that it may be bigger than that, and they need to investigate this and make sure that it's not just one person, and they've got to figure out a way to protect these kids.
CPS sent us the following prepared statement. DFPS is aware of the video and has taken action. The person in the video, who was employed as CPS support staff, was dismissed from her position August 10th. The safety and appropriateness with which children in care must be treated is our paramount concern. Nothing less will be tolerated. Reporting live from the Southwest side, Randy Wallace, Fox 26 News.
So you just saw a video of a CPS worker telling a 14-year-old troubled girl to go be a prostitute. And it's not like she said it in a disrespectful way, like she was trying to, scold the child or insult the child. She literally meant it. She literally started talking about prices and how much money the child could make if the child became a prostitute. And so this CPS worker was dismissed from service. You know that, it was reported. But a lot of people are not seeing the bigger picture, that a lot of these cartels are using these CPS workers to traffic children. This CPS worker should not just have been dismissed from work. They should be criminally charged and investigated. How many other children did the CPS worker either suggest get into prostitution or actively help get into prostitution? This CPS worker should be charged with trafficking or attempted child sex trafficking for even making the suggestion to a minor. This is a larger issue that we need to look into. I have a very large group home that's in the area that I work. One of the issues that's been plaguing us for years is child sex trafficking. Now, to the defense of the people who work in this group home, we've never heard any rumors of the staff specifically engaging in that type of conduct with the children. But we have heard of locals doing it. And I mean, neither one is a good scenario, but at least it's better that those trusted individuals, aren't the ones who are actually victimizing these kids. You know, I mean, we wish that we could protect them, period, but it's just a whole nother level when a child is removed from a household because either A, that household can't support them, can't nurture them and guide them, or B, they're the problem. Either one can be a possibility. It's another thing when that child gets placed into the system and it's in fact the system that is victimizing them and that is a danger to them. And that's what happened in this situation. On another note, this wouldn't be the Strategic Eyes show if I didn't address something that I heard. Number one, or rather the largest issue other than the fact that this little girl is being groomed and attempted trafficked by this employee, is the fact that the mother has 9 kids. We live in modern times. In the olden days, it was necessary to have many children, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 kids. Because we didn't have health care, we didn't have sanitary conditions, people farmed. And so you either A, needed as much farm hands as you could possibly get that you didn't need to pay, which would be your own children. And B, the likelihood of all of your children surviving was very small. If you had 10 kids, maybe only 6 of them would survive to adulthood, if that. There's no reason why a modern person who lives in poverty should be having 9 kids. I might get a little flack for this one. People might be a little upset with my point of view, but there's no reason that a woman should be pushing out 9 kids with no support, no stable mommy-father household, and no real resources. I look at it as though I'm respecting women. She is not cattle. She is not sheep. She's not livestock to just be breeding like crazy. And then you're breeding like crazy and you're not supplying a safe environment for your kid. Your 14-year-old daughter has to be placed in a system where she's now possibly being victimized and they're trying to turn her into a prostitute because it's impossible for one person to properly parent 9 children. It's impossible. So what ends up happening? One of those 9 kids, we assume it's just one, could be more. One of those 9 kids needs special attention. Mommy can't supply it because she has 8 other kids to give attention to. And aside from 8 other freaking kids to give attention to, she's poor. She's poor. She doesn't have the financial, health care, or social resources to ensure that each one of those kids get the attention that they deserve and the resources that they need to be successful in this society. So I am so sorry for that little girl that her disruptiveness in school and her disruptiveness at home, this is the words of the mother and her attorney, forced her into a shelter in a hotel, not even in a group home, in a hotel like she's an adult, where she's surrounded by CPS workers that are trying to get her to be a quote-unquote whore. That's the words that the CPS worker used. If you want to be a whore, be a real whore. You can make $1,800. That is just as much as mommy's fault as it is the CPS worker's fault, because your inability to raise your own child put that child in a position where they could be exploited by adults who truly don't give a damn about them. Adults who are being paid to care about them. Being paid to care about them. We all know they're not getting paid a lot of money. And the less money you pay somebody to care about something, the less they're actually going to care about it. And that's just basic human nature. Anyway, like, subscribe, join the channel. This is the backup channel for the Strategic Eyes Show. I have been banned from YouTube for a week. So we will be posting on the backup channel until next Friday, when we are back in business and able to stream on the main channel. So make sure that you're subscribed to this channel, and also type into your search box Strategic Eyes and you will see my channel, my main channel. You can go ahead and you subscribe to that channel as well. I'll see you guys later. Peace.